Let's see. Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas. Today is January 2nd of 2024. And I have canceled, well, it was sort of done for me. I was supposed to have 2 cataract surgeries this month, but I couldn't get my, whatever you call it, the regular doctor, not the eye doctor. My doctor, or whatever. He needed to fill out a form, for the eye doctor to proceed that would say that, I could be given such and such type of anesthesiology, or what would it be? It's a formality, one piece of paper. I've talked about it in a previous video or two. And I couldn't get, by the time I tried to make an appointment, the paperwork that he has to sign, it has to be done within 30 days of when you're going to have your surgery. And I couldn't get an appointment with, when I tried to get an appointment with that doctor so I could fill it out, it was scheduled, he could see me on the day of, that's the earliest appointment I could get, on the day that I was supposed to have the surgery, which would have been tomorrow. Or is it today? I think tomorrow. Anyway. So, I contacted the eye surgery, but they already knew that because they hadn't got that form. So I contacted them, and so they could get me scheduled, provided they got the form. At the end of, in February someplace, they had a couple openings in February, and I said, let's just go with March. And so they're going to send me the new paperwork, the dates and the times, and because I have to see then the eye doctor over again, even though the eye doctor already saw me for that type of but again, there it has to be done. So I'll see that eye doctor again. And then whatever, so it's going to be my eye surgery, it's going to be in March. I forget the dates. They're going to send, they have a real nice form thing that they give to you when everything is all filled out and decided on, and it's very well organized. They have it in here with things filled in and all this type of stuff. So I wanted it scheduled for March instead of February. One, it's kind of cold now. This, of course, is January, but it's kind of cold now. And my daughter, one of them, is going to be the one who's going to be, because you have to have a family member with you when you have the surgery, who can be there when you have the surgery, and make sure that you get home okay. Because when you have the surgery, one eye is going to be covered for, I don't know, I think for maybe 24 hours or something like that. I'm not sure. So I think it'd be better for her in January. Did I say January? In March. And So my surgeries will be in March. Also, it's a matter of money. My insurance, I have health insurance. And I found out that I should have to come up with just $150 for the surgery. So there's going to be 2 surgeries, in March. There'll be 2 surgeries in March. And then also I'll have to pay somebody, and I don't know how much that is, for glasses. And my glasses are going to be pretty thick, and my grown son, I hope this is, I hope I don't get a copyright hit because of it. It's so loud. Let me see if I can get him to turn it down a little bit. I'm going to put this on. I'll be back. I'll pause it. Okay, I didn't have a problem with him, and he's turned it down. It was so loud I couldn't. What he was doing, he had his laptop computer going in his bedroom, well, his room. And he cranked the music up because he's in the living room using Darlene's computer, has a bigger screen and everything, and she's sleeping, so. Anyway, so my cataract surgery will be in March. So there was something else going on. Now I can't remember what it was. Oh, now tomorrow, it's going to be kind of interesting. I've mentioned this, of course. The office here in the apartment complex is worked out a deal. I don't know how this works, exactly how it works, but they are getting internet service that it's through Spectrum, which is a horrible company, unbelievably bad. Most of you, if you've been doing any business with them, you know that. But anyway, and I used them for a long time, years and years and years, and they were a terrible company in every way, in the pricing, service, everything. So I guess I'll find out tomorrow. So I'll give you some details tomorrow if there are more details. So I'm using Verizon now, with the wireless box or whatever. Let me show you let's see what the speed is for. This is Verizon. Let's see, speed, that's it. Now I'm paying for 300 down. Kind of funny. About the time that I haven't been getting this, I'm paying for 300 down with Verizon, but I haven't been getting speed like this. It's been about 100 or sometimes 80 instead of, 300. I wonder if they know, if they find out about it and they boost it up to try to appear, I don't know. I've been happy with this. I've been happy with this company, even though it's not 300. Anyway, the way it's going to work, as far as I know at this point, is 300 down. It'll be like $59 a month. I'm paying more than $59 a month with this other. Um, the sound is going back up. I think I'll be ending this pretty damn quick here. I guess he thinks that's 15 minutes. Um, now the way it's going to work is if we sign up for it, it's up to us, you know. We will pay with the rent, and we won't be dealing with Spectrum. You know, the office will be doing, all of that. The apartment complex is going to, which really doesn't matter to me. They're going to set up some Wi-Fi. They're going to Wi-Fi the area, outside. So if you have a laptop or something, you can go out, and that's not going to matter to me. I can't think of any reason why it would matter to me. So it'll be interesting, and if I can get $500 down for $59 a month, that's a good deal. I'll let you know tomorrow. I'm not going to. I think people want, privacy about, I could go and, they're having a meeting of the, people here. I could go, I guess, and make a video of it, but I won't do that. I still have a lot of work to do to get this room in order, because I've talked about this repeatedly. I just don't have enough storage space in here, and I've given a ton of stuff away. I reviewed thousands of items for Amazon, or not for Amazon, but for, and I gave almost all of it, almost everything away that I got. I reviewed the items, and then bang, all of a sudden somebody left, I did reviews, of course, and all of a sudden, just one of the people that, signs in into, this YouTube site said, "What happened to all your Amazon reviews?" And I don't know. And I went and looked, bang, they were all gone. I think I know the reason that they did it, but they never said anything. And I don't think most of it, maybe I'm mistaken, I don't know, I didn't pay any attention. But with just about every review that I did for Amazon, I made a video, and I wish that they had just let me know, hey, you've got 30 days to download, your videos, and maybe I could have used them in some way, or something. But so one, they didn't tell me that they had a problem with me. I never got any kind of warnings, and bang, they didn't say they were doing it, or whatever. And now I had explained before that happened what my policy was. On YouTube, I talked about that there were, in China, these major corporations over there, and probably with the people who were working in these factories or whatever, apparently, I don't speak Chinese and nobody told me, but I'm guessing what happened is, let's say tactical flashlights, a whole bunch of, giant factory over there, and all these young people, Chinese, are working there making tactical flashlights and other kinds of flashlights, I'm guessing. So I think the company put the word out to the employees, hey, you can make $1 million selling these in the United States on Amazon. And and we'll sell them to you, at a discount. Here's how you do it, maybe gave them an idea how to do it. Because those people from China would be contacting me, and saying, hey, I'll send you a free flashlight if you'll do a review on it, for me. And that's what and they'd say sometimes, they'd say, as long as you need to give me 5 stars or something like that, Now, not all of them would say that, but you could also tell that they thought that if they didn't get 5 stars, that was the end. They were going to, it was going to be disaster for them, And of course, I told them, I was up front with them and said that, I didn't allow anybody to, pay me to, do a review. I didn't do anything. I didn't, agree that somebody was going to get 5 stars. They were only going to get what they were. The only thing that I did was I said, okay, I know you're concerned about that, and I'm willing to review such and such, this item for you, and if I can't give you 5 stars, I'll tell you, that I can't give you 5 stars, and not do the review, for you. And if that's what you want me to do, so you have a choice, either let me do the review, but if you're insisting that you have to get 5 stars, then I just won't do the review for you. And now, and I explained that several times nobody asked me, but I explained it several times here on my YouTube channel. And I think just about every one of you who responded to that, and not everybody did, of course, said, oh no, that's unfair. And then I answered, I did a video, no, listen, I'm not, giving somebody who has an inferior, product or something, I'm not giving them 5 stars. I'm not, I said, so I don't see what's wrong with that. I'm not reviewing it, If they don't want it to be reviewed, then I won't review it. And still, I think just about every one of you come back and said, no, I don't understand that thinking unless I'm explaining it wrong or something. So, but anyway, boom. Now, I gave away almost all that stuff. Almost all that stuff I gave away. I still got some stuff occasionally that I still give away. Most of it's gone. I've given away a whole bunch of stuff I've taken stuff down to the apartment office here that I can't remember what it was, but things that they appreciated apparently. I got one of the neighbors over here. He appreciates stuff too much. I'd be heading down to maybe the office or someplace else with something that I got to review, and he would, hey, is that something that you're, sometimes I'd end up having to give it to him because I didn't want to, hurt his feelings or something. But now there was a very professional, I can't remember the name of it, a networking system. Like if you wanted to set up a networking system in an office building or in a plant or something, yeah, this was some sophisticated equipment, and I really shouldn't have reviewed it because I'm not that competent in the entire thing, but I did review it, and then I sold it on eBay, and got a nice little sum of, you know, I mean, I didn't, you know, a nice little sum of money for it. But most everything I gave away for free. You know, for like, well, longer than 30 years, but for 30 years or whatever, let's just say, I used tactical flashlights. When I started out, I used, maybe that's why my shoulder here is hurting so much. You know, the aluminum flashlights. You know, later on they were rechargeable ones, but in the beginning, that took D batteries. That thing's heavy. Finally, I went to flashlights that used C batteries, and then eventually I had you know, rechargeable. I used rechargeable batteries. Rechargeable flashlights, you know, and then it got where I also would carry, even when it was daylight, you know, I would carry a small, which I could use if necessary for defensive purposes. You know, one that I carried on my belt, which, you know, the time with handcuffs and a radio, you know, two-way radio and flashlight, a gun, ammunition. There's a wonder I caught some of the people that I had to chase on foot or something or other. But also, there again, the flashlight. I never had to hit anybody with the flashlight. I thought for sure one time I was going to have to. You know, I've mentioned that in the past. It was two guys, and they were both drunk, and that's when my wife and we had a security patrol service. It was just me. And one of the accounts we had was an apartment complex, and the people called. They'd hired this one guy to be the maintenance guy there, and then they found out. I don't know why they hired him before finding out a background on him, but for some reason they apparently did. And then immediately it was during the daytime, and he was at the pool with his buddy. They were both drunk, and they had chased and scared all the other apartment people who were down there at the pool. And so I went over, and I've talked about this before, so I'll keep it short. I went over, and that apartment complex, not all of their buildings, but Ruskin Heights Apartments, they had a bunch of buildings around the pool, and a bunch of people had been out there. The weather had been nice and everything, and a bunch of people had been out there, and these two guys ran all of these other people out of the area back to their apartments. And so when I got there, I could see the curtains pulled back, you know, people looking down to see what was going to happen. I thought they were going to get a pretty good show, because anyway, the one guy was really belligerent, and his buddy wasn't, you know, wasn't saying, "Oh, let's go," you know, because I told these guys they had to, you know, had to leave the pool area and go to the apartment, their apartment, because I'm sure they were going to be, or only one guy was working, was going to be fired. But the guy was, you know, he got in my face, and he was, you know, he was going to fight, and I knew he was going to fight. And I had that flashlight, of course. It was daylight, but I had a flashlight with me. And I was going to use it on him. Now, I wasn't going to hit him in the head, you know. I was going to break his clavicle or, you know, something like that. And anyway, I was telling them, you're drunk, get out of the pool, you know. Well, they weren't in the pool, but, you know, they were there, you know. You need to leave. And he said he wasn't going to, and whatever. And I said, you're drunk, And he said, I'm not drunk, you know. And I thought, well, I'm going to get to use this. I just hope he doesn't move his head somewhere where I hit him in the head, because I didn't want to hit anybody. I didn't want to kill him, you know. And anyway, I said, you're drunk. And he said, I'm not drinking, you know. And then I heard a voice, you know. When I started over there, then I called the wife at home. That's before cell phone, you know. So I called her and said, you better call KCPD and have them send somebody. So anyway, I said, you know, you need to leave the pool, you're drunk. I'm not drunk. And then I heard a voice say, you're drunk, I can smell you all the way over here. And then I looked over and it was a Kansas City, Missouri police officer coming. And he got there really quick, and I'm surprised he found, I guess, he knew, I guess, where the swimming pool was or whatever. And then as soon as the buddy of the drunk, they were both drunk, as soon as he saw the police officer, then he grabbed his buddy, you know, oh, let's go, you know, let's say John, let's go, you know, so I didn't get to hit anybody with it. But anyway, I got a bunch of those. They're very popular, and they're great to have. I think, well, my son took my last one. I got, I don't know how many, maybe, you know, from different companies, same one, you know. I probably got 10 different, you know, sizes of the things. I gave them all away. I gave one to each one of the 2 maintenance guys work here. I gave one to each maintenance guy. I know at least one of the maintenance guys lost his. I gave him another one, and I actually don't have one now. I wondered what happened to the last one. I stayed in my son's room. I don't want to go in my son's room and get it because his room's a biohazard area. So, how did I get on this subject? Anyway, my surgery will be in March. Tomorrow I'm going to go find out and sign up, I'm sure, unless, you know, sign up for sure. I wonder how many people are going to sign up for internet service here, through the office here. I know in some places, because of Tech TV, and they're located in the California area, I think. And they talked in the past, several years ago, I watched their thing, and they talked about that the trend there was tall apartment buildings and things like that, and like I think Los Angeles, internet service providers make a deal with with the apartment building. We will provide internet service, you know, for your entire building, you know, for so much money, you know, and I guess each one of the apartment people actually is paying it, you know. And but you can't allow another one. Now, of course, that's before wireless, you know. So now, I mean, they couldn't stop somebody from doing like Verizon, you know, with a thing you sit there on your windowsill, but that's before, when it was like wired, you know, you can't. So anyway, so it'll be interesting to see tomorrow, and then it'll be interesting too when I sign up for it to see how well it works. I don't know, people are funny. I mean, probably you and I, you know, if you're on the internet, if you're at YouTube and you're watching a YouTube video, and, you know, you're probably a little more, you know, and maybe you've been doing it, you know, a lot of you for a long time too. I know there's some people who were watching my, you know, logging in back in 1982 or something like that.
Good morning.
Coke time? How about handing me one since you're here?
Right.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Help yourself next time. I'll give a vote.
Thank you very much. So some of you, you know, I lost my train of track. So it's going to be interesting to see because Spectrum, is telling the people here, 500, 500 down. So are they going to be able to actually, provide it? Do they, the lines that come in, the line that comes in, do they have a way to make, but I don't think a lot of people are going to do it. I mean, I'm surprised. 300 baud, man, 1,200 baud in the past. That's when I was running, and so if it's 500 down, I don't actually need 500. I can make it on 300. Of course, I'm not getting 300 now. Well, right now I'm getting 100. I got 154 down. That's actually good enough for me. I usually make maybe one YouTube video a day. Sometimes maybe two. Maybe I've made 3 in a day. I don't know. Might have. I don't know. But if I could get 500, I'd be happy, and especially at like $59 a month or whatever. But it's going to be interesting too to see how this works out. And two, I'm sure the office will probably, they kind of know probably that I'm doing a YouTube video or something. They might be watching it or something for all I know. So I'll be interested to see how this works out. Spectrum, I told them, it's probably 6 months ago or something like that, I called them up. I won't go through this again because I went through it with you before several times. I called them up and I went, I'd had them with, because I've had it with those people. I gave them my business and they gave me the business. I gave them my business for, let's see, I've been here for 12 years, I think. I think I gave them 10 years of, getting screwed. In the beginning it was cable television, getting cable, and just everything they did is, they're thoroughly, so it'll be interesting to see. Anyway, I told them when I went ballistic, well, they made me go ballistic when I told them I'm calling up and I'm canceling, and they continued the same crap that they, putting me on hold for, I said, all you got to do is just flip the switch, and they strung it out because I guess that's the policy that they have, when those people answer, and you want something. I want to do away with Disney, the channel or something, and they would do whatever it was. I never had the Disney channel, but whatever it was, they had this thing and they increased it, and they think that, and I told them, I was telling them then, the other 2 or 3 months ago or whatever, this is going to be the end of, you people have, and I just went ballistic because, I just said, just flip the switch. I mean, I need to, please stay on the line. I'm going to check now to see if it got the correct information. And then just kept doing that or whatever. And I said, just turn it off or whatever. I said, I went ballistic on them. I went crazy on them. You see these YouTube videos of somebody crashing into another car or doing something, and you wonder how in the world. I mean, it's a good thing I was doing over the telephone and not there in person. I don't know what I would have, I'm not sure what I would have done. I'm not a violent person at all. But anyway, So tomorrow it's going to be interesting to find out. It's going to be interesting because I'm just interested in all this, you know. I've been doing it quite a while. I mean, just the whole thing, and here time goes on, and I've talked about the things, so I'll be interested to find out whatever I can find out tomorrow, and then I'm sure the office will probably, unless they have something they're not supposed to, unless there's an agreement, don't tell people the following, or something. And if that's the case, okay. But I'd be interested how many of the people here are signing up for it. And I want people to have good internet service and everything. But I hope if everybody signed up, which is not going to happen, if everybody signed up here, would we still get 500 down? I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. Well, we even get 500 down when I'm not sure how quick. See, the people who have right now Spectrum service, is it Spectrum? What did I just talk about? Well, if you have the service now with them, in 2 or 3 days' time, that's it. Now, for me to have to go back, it's not going to take them very long to do it. I mean, because, there's a box with each one of these apartment buildings that are out there, and I'm sure that's the box that they're going to use. They're not building anything new. They're using that box. And so, I mean, they could just send out a couple, and it'd take 10 minutes or 15 minutes to screw the thing onto the thing, So anyway, it'll be interesting to see. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to take a nap, I think.